Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So as you may have noticed, today's Sunday, which means I shouldn't be posting a video, but if you've been following me or if you have notifications turned on, you'll know that weekly decoration is now moving from Mondays to Sundays. So congratulations, you found us. And to start us off, I'm going to be using the absolutely gorgeous Planner's Anon Serenity kit. So if you want to see how this one all came together, then just keep watching. Alright, so I'm a little intimidated by this kit because I adore it. It's gorgeous and I'm scared I'm not going to do a very good job. I'm also scared because I'm going to do a couple of things in today's video that I haven't either done for a very long time or have never done at all. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a list, and I've made it a big thing this week. I really want to use the stamps, and I wanted to use this little beautiful notepad stamp to make a list, and I tried doing it on this paper with the stamp and it didn't quite work. So what I did is I actually stamped it, scanned it, put it into Procreate and made it into this really big kind of list and then printed it out on my printer. It still looks like a stamp, but it's got a bit more, it's bigger obviously, but it still does look like a stamp. But what I want to do is I want to watercolor it. So what I'm going to do is grab 3 of my tombos. This is just for anyone who's following along. 373, 676 and 743. And then what I'm going to do is grab this plastic bag. This is just a normal plastic bag. I don't actually remember what came in this. I have a feeling it was Planner goodies, but I don't remember exactly what it is. And then what I'm going to do is grab all my grab the tombos and kind of just put splotches of colour all over this. And I'm just using the paper underneath as a bit of a guide, so I know how much room I need. Whoops, forgot there was a hole there. That's okay. So I've got the purple, put some pink on here. You don't have to be neat with this at all because we're going to make this all watery in a minute, and it'll sort of fix up any of your really bad colouring. So once you've got that sort of down, then you need to grab some water. So I've got it in a little spray bottle here, and you need to go pretty hard with this, as in you need this to be pretty wet. If you just do a little water coverage, all it does is kind of mixes it together, but it leaves that, it kind of leaves the pattern not being as watercolor as I want it to be. So once you've got that all done, put this down, and then you can either do one of two things. You can either just do it like this, or you can flip it over, and then you can kind of get a much better sort of idea of what's going on. So I'm trying to move up some of that water just to cover in that spot. I actually used this piece of plastic like 8 times and it's still perfect. Go. So I'm just going to put that off to the side because I can still use that. I'll clean that up later. And that's my sort of little watercolor thing, and I think that looks awesome. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and dry this off. I'm just using my heat tool. It's just easier and it's going to be done a little bit faster, but it's really noisy. So I'm going to speed through this so you guys don't have to listen to it. Alright, so that's not completely dry, but it's pretty close. So what I'm going to do is put it underneath my mat here just to flatten out a little bit more. And I actually want to do that again on another piece of paper in the exact same fashion. But then I'm going to use it to stamp in the days of the week. So rather than using the stickers that came with the kit, I'm actually going to do it I'm going to stamp them onto the paper and cut them out. So I'm just grabbing in that piece of plastic again. I'm just grabbing some tissues because I just want to wipe off all the excess water. Doesn't matter if some of it gets through already, it's not a big deal. And then I'm just going to repeat that process that we just did all over again. You're obviously not going to get the same result. It's going to be a little bit different because you can't really recreate watercolors as much as you might try. And that's okay. I kind of like the differentiation between it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that really fast. while we're waiting for that second piece to dry, I'm just going to cut these out. So I'm just going to cut them with scissors. I'm just going to fussy cut around them. If you wanted to, you could obviously put these in your trimmer and kind of use it that way. This paper is still a little bit soft because it has been through with the water. So just when you're cutting them, just be a little bit careful because the paper might sort of deceive you a little bit with how soft it is. So once they're all cut out, that's what they end up looking like. I probably won't need all four, but I'm going to keep all four just for now. And that way I can decide which one I want to use later on. The good thing is they actually all sit together really nicely. So if I wanted to, I could just put like a little clip actually. Oh, just going to lean right in front there. I'm just going to put this little peg on there just for now because I actually think that looks really cute. Alright, so we're going back to the second bit we did, and what we're going to do now is we're going to grab that stamp set, and I'm going to grab all the days of the week, and I'm going to actually stamp them out sort of on here. So, not sort of on here, on here. So I'm grabbing my stamp block. I'm also grabbing my VersaFine ink. I did practice doing this a little bit earlier, and the Kaisercraft ink that I really enjoy and I really like is good, except it tends to bleed a little bit with these watercolors. So because of that, I'm just going to use my VersaFine ink because it doesn't bleed. So I'm going to grab the mun and I'm going to write the days out properly, but I'm also going to write them with the day of the week. And the good thing is here, I can put them wherever the heck I like. So I'm going to start with the mun, and then we'll put the day and then the date, and then I'll show you how I'm going to cut them out. There's our Monday, and then I'm going to stamp in the date as well. So Monday's the 7th. So I'm just going to put that here at the end. And there we go. So what I'm going to do is continue that all the way down. I'm going to do the numbers in a row so that they stay sort of in a straight line. And then I'm going to put the days of the week to kind of push out. So I'll do this fast, but I will leave it all in so you guys can see what I'm doing. This is just a little hint too before I get going. Always clean your stamps once you finish with them, especially new ones, because otherwise they do have a tendency to stain. Staining is not going to hurt your stamp at all. It's just going to sort of make it a slightly different colour. But if you clean them as you go, you tend to sort of not damage them quite as much. And I just clean mine with a baby wipe, but just a tissue and some soapy water will do the same job. Okay, so now we're going to cut these. So I'm just grabbing in my paper trimmer. Now the idea is here that these are all a little different. So as long as they're sort of roughly the right size, I'm okay with that. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially when you're playing with watercolors. In my opinion, watercolors aren't supposed to be perfect, so I'm kind of just going along that kind of thought. Probably don't need a paper trimmer this big for this job either, but considering I have it out and everything. So I'm just cutting these into little squares or rectangles, and then I'm going to turn them into stickers to actually stick onto my pages. So I'm not measuring them, I'm not double checking anything, all I'm doing is cutting along so I've got like not touching it, and that's all that I care about. If they're different, that's fine. If they're really wide when I've got them out, I'll trim them up a little bit, but I think they'll be fine. Ryan asked what I was going to do with all those bits of paper. I don't know yet, but I'm not going to throw them away. That's the first thing. Okay, we've now spent enough time with me doing stuff other than on my planner pages, so let's actually move on to the planner page. I'm just going to move my mat out of the way. So now you're sort of going to get an idea of how these are going to fit. Yes, they're going to be very big, but it also means that I've got some license, I guess, to maybe move things around. I remember, like last week when I did the Beehaven, it wasn't last week, it was my Christmas week when I moved all these things around. It was kind of a nice change to have things elsewhere. I'm looking at that thinking I don't like the boxes. Alright, I'm going to do something weird. Oh, I'm very scared, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to fussy cut these a little bit. This is going to make it a lot more work. And I'm sure Ryan's standing behind me freaking out, but that's okay. So I'm just going to fussy cut these instead. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for all of these, and I'll be right back. That looks so much better. Righto. Now that we've got those in, we're going to motor along here because I feel like I'm going really slowly. I'm going to put this gorgeous washi tape at the top of both sides. So I'm just going to move these off for a second. I'm going to cover up the January with some correction tape. This is just Kmart correction tape, but I am going to, just a scrappy bit that's, sometimes you just need to tighten it up because it tends to get loose, which is my only criticism of it. There we go. And then I'm going to put this thick washi, thick washi, with the lotus flowers and the dragonflies on the top. Before I cut off all the excess, just as an extra little thing, I'm also going to grab this washi, the really skinny washi, and I'm just going to put it just along. Actually, I need to white these out first. So I'm just going to white out all of the days. I don't need to do that because I'm going to cover it up with the sticker that we made anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to put that just above the line that I've got, and I'm going to do that for all of these, and you're going to see why. Oh, do I want to, hold on, before I do that, I just want to flip this over and see what it looks like before I commit to the whole line of it. You know, I like the whole line. Okay, so I'm going to finish that off now. And then at the bottom, I'm gonna put the really thick washi. So I'm trying to keep this as straight as I can, knowing that I'm not very good at that, but I'm trying. Actually, I might not use the thick washi because it might just sort of make this a bit much. It doesn't leave me a lot of room, that's for sure. I'm gonna leave the thick washi for now, but I might change my mind. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim off all of the excess, which is a lot. I'm still not, oh damn it, that's right. I'm still not 100% sold on this. I may still change my mind and take them off. I just want to use something, I want to use this washi because it's really pretty, and it obviously sort of comes in with the whole watercolor thing that we've done, but I'm not quite sure yet. Good thing about washi is I can change my mind. I'm just going to go ahead and do the other side and see what I think, and I'll be back in just a sec. Okay, I'm going to take the risk and just go with this. I'm a little frightened just because it's definitely not something I've ever done before, but this washi is so good, I feel like I need to show it off. I still haven't decided what I'm going to do at the bottom, but I'll get to that in a second. I'm going to make these into stickers. I just find it easier when I'm doing stuff like this for them to be stickers, so I'm just running them through my Xyron machine. Okay, and we're going to place these down. Obviously this is a really easy part, so I'm going to use my tweezers though, just because it just makes life a little bit easier. Alright, so I want to do something to put my lists in. I know I need to punch some holes still as well. So what I want to do is grab hold of one of the bits of paper. I want to use the little pocket that comes with this, but at the same time I don't, because I feel like everybody's going to use the pocket this month. And it is really cute and it would sit in there absolutely perfectly. Hold on, let's just fold it together and see what it looks like, because if it looks perfect, well, we're just going to do it. So it does have all these awesome score lines on it, so it is very easy to do. Oh, it's going to make it much easier for me. I can just do that. Yeah, all right. I'll be sneaky and just do it the easy way. Find my glue tape, so I just grabbed some new stuff. Makes it easier. So I'm just going to put glue all along the outside here. So when I do these pockets, I always put the bottom down first, and then you can kind of work up to the sides. It's taken out most of my notes section, but that's okay because we've obviously got all these lists anyway, so that'll be fine. I'm going to leave that clip on because I think it looks awesome. Okay, let's get on to some actual stickering, because I feel like I'm kind of messing around with the stickering at the moment. I'm going to grab this mandala first. This is where I'm actually going to cover up this little bit. That way you can't see the line, and I'll just put the punch the hole back in a second. I'm going to put this sticker here that says "Plan a Life You Will Love." I feel like I'm not decorating at all. So then I want to put in some other bits. I need to punch out those holes because otherwise I can't sort of get an idea of what I'm doing. I know that sounds completely ridiculous, but let's face it, I am completely ridiculous. So It's all good. So I'm going to put one of these double boxes up the top. I haven't decided which one yet, that's why I'm sort of still playing. Where is it? Don't know if I like, yeah, I like that one. So I'm going to put this one at the top here. It means Friday's going to be, again, mostly taken up, but that's okay. I'm just going to sit it just above the washi tape. And I'm going to put on the other side, I wonder, I'm going to grab these, oh, I thought they were attached, it's okay. I'm going to grab these little lily ones, or water lily ones. So they already look like they sort of sit along the bottom. So I'm going to make them sit all along the bottom of my page. And because there are sort of 2 sets of them, I should be able to fit the whole way along. Go. Oh, I love that. Officially in love with that. I feel like I'm nearly finished, even though I've still got, like, feels like I've still got plenty of stuff to still do there, but I'm going to put this rock, I'm going to put these in some weird places just because I can. I have a bit of a mark there and it's driving me a little bit crazy, so I'm going to put that in the middle. And then I'm going to put in all of the things that I need to put in. So I'm going to go ahead and do those really, really quickly, and I'll be back in just a sec. think I haven't done this collection even close to justice. I'm going to say that right now. I haven't, because it could be so much better. But I hate that Thursday. It needs something else. Wait a minute. It needs a something. It just needs a... That's better. No, it's not. It's the right thing. It's just in the wrong place. It just looked like everything was sort of there. I haven't done the collection justice at all, but I love the fact that I've used the stamps, and I love the fact that I've done something different. So what I might have to do is use this collection again somewhere else. But for now, I really do like that. I don't think I needed to do a shaker this time. I've done a shaker the last 3 or 4 times that I've done this, so I sort of wanted to do something different. Yeah, I know, I'm going to keep going. I do, however, adore this little thing at the bottom. I think that's gorgeous. The pocket's great. The lists, I'm never going to run out. Like, I'm going to have enough lists to last me the next 6 months. But I love the way it's all come together. I just don't think I've done it as much justice as I could have done. Let me know what you think down below though. Let me know if you like it. If you don't like it, what could I have done better? Do you like the watercolors? Do you like the stamps? Let me know. I love feedback. Also, let me know about what you think about this moving to a Sunday, because obviously today is the first day that this has ever been on a Sunday instead of a Monday. So let me know if you like the changes. You can do that by leaving me a comment down below, or you can just give this video a thumbs up if you do. Don't forget, you can also find me on any of my social medias. They're all down below for you as well. We are in the middle of Ginormous January, which means I have giveaways going on every single week this month. So if you are interested, pop over to my Instagram or check out my other videos, because all the information will be on them. I hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic week, and I will see you again tomorrow. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!